We are no strangers to engineering marvels that amaze us. But these marvels don't always go to plan. Let's take a look at 5 groundbreaking projects that pushed the boundaries of engineering innovation, only to leave a trail of shattered budgets in their wake. Our first project takes us to Venice in Italy, a city of romance, of history, and floods. For centuries, the people of Venice have battled against rising waters. But in the late 20th century, a solution was proposed. The MOSE project. In 1988, the Italian Deputy Prime Minister announced the MOSE project. The deadline is 1995, he said. Little did he and the people of Venice know that the project's timeline and the budget would be as unpredictable as the rising tides themselves. 78 massive metal gates, each weighing more than 300 tons, rising 66 feet in height, were to be this city's salvation against the floods. But as years passed, the project did not go to plan. The estimated cost of the project rose rapidly from $1.7 billion to $8.1 billion. This happened as corruption allegations plagued the whole project. Officials were arrested on bribery charges, and Venice continued to face the threat of flooding and sinking. It is reported now that the project is close to completion, with the expected completion date being the year 2025, with a delay of more than 30 years from its original completion date. Will the MOSE project be the answer to the prayers of the people of Venice, or will the city remain at the mercy of rising tides? Only time will tell. Our next project is the Three Gorges Dam, located in the Hubei province in central China. In the realm of monumental engineering projects, there are very few projects that match the scale and the controversy surrounding the Three Gorges Dam project. Situated on the mighty Yangtze River, this project embodies China's ambitions to reshape nature. This project was announced in the year 1992 with an estimated budget of $8.35 billion. This dam was envisioned to be a solution to floods, to navigation, to hydroelectric power generation. But as construction started and progressed, new challenges began to surface. This dam resulted in the relocation of 1.3 million Chinese residents, and this relocation resulted in a massive overrun in the budget. By its completion in the year 2006, the price tag of the project had risen to a staggering $37 billion. Despite its grandeur and the fact that it's an engineering marvel, this dam has not been without criticism. There have been reports of algae blooms, garbage accumulation, and landslides associated with this project. As China grapples with the consequences of modern engineering endeavors, this dam stands as a testament to both human ingenuity and the complexities around trying to reshape nature. Our next project takes us to Boston, Massachusetts in USA. In the early 1990s, Boston faced a massive traffic problem. The central artery, which was the city's main highway, it was turning into a bottleneck, which was causing a loss of millions to the economy. To relieve this congestion, the Big Dig project was announced in the year 1991. What was the goal of the project? This ambitious project was to replace a 6-lane road with an underground road of unprecedented scale. The Big Dig project turned out to be the most expensive construction project in the US history at the time. The original completion date of the project was the year 1999, with a budget of $2.6 billion. But as luck would have it, the project faced several setbacks and was eventually completed in the year 2007. By this time, the price tag had ballooned to a whopping $14.8 billion. The Big Dig project has definitely improved Boston's traffic flow and also improved the city's aesthetics, but its astronomical cost, now estimated at $22 billion, has not been shy of criticism. So as Boston navigates its post-Big Dig era, the project's legacy is always under question. Was it a successful project or no? You decide. Our next project takes us to Panama, and I'm sure you know the name of this project, the Panama Canal. In the early 1900s, a daring engineering feat unfolded in Panama. In the middle of mudslides, malaria, and other daunting challenges, this project went ahead and turned into one of the most important projects in the history of the world. Fast forward a century, the Panama Canal was due for a massive upgrade. Plans were set to increase its capacity, accommodating more ships and doubling the cargo to and from the Western Hemisphere. But as construction began, so did tensions. In 2024, there was a funding dispute between the Panama Canal Authority and the European construction firms, and this brought the project to a halt for about 2 to 3 weeks. This dispute arose because the budget of the project had skyrocketed by over 1.6 billion US dollars. After much deliberation, this project eventually went ahead and was completed, and by the end of the year 2015, this upgraded canal was finally ready for commercial operations. With a total construction of $5.3 billion, which was 30% more than the original budget, this canal upgrade is still regarded as one of the most important projects in recent history. For our next project, unfortunately, I cannot pinpoint a location on Google Earth because this project is not on planet Earth. You might have guessed it, I'm talking about the International Space Station. It goes without saying that building a space station is no easy feat, and the ISS was no exception. This project was a joint endeavor of various countries. When it was announced in the year 1998, the ISS was already reported to be 4 years behind schedule. The initial budget of the whole project was set at 17.4 billion US dollars, but then it rose to a staggering 160 billion US dollars. Out of this 160 billion, the US alone contributed around 100 billion dollars. And it's not just the construction cost. The annual maintenance cost of the space station is roughly said to be around 3 billion US dollars. Despite its astronomical cost, the ISS has been very useful in research, and therefore it is still operational currently. What happens in the future, we don't know. The ISS therefore remains as one of the most expensive structures ever built in the history of mankind. So these were 5 projects that shattered budgets and proved to be much more expensive than initially estimated. If there are any other projects that you feel I missed and should have included, please let me know in the comments below. I will see you all in the next video. Until then, happy building.